Now that we know how to calculate the customer's value to the business, let's take a look at lead generation. How much does a lead cost? How do I know it's even going to be worth it? Here's a brief overview of how the lead cost is calculated. First, we need an ad. So here's your advertisement. And let's say that it's Christmas time and you're running a 10% off everything in the store sale, or 10% off any service. So out of everyone that we show this ad to, not everyone's going to click on it, which means that we need to pay a certain amount of money until we get someone to click on the ad. So let's pretend that we showed it to 100 people, one person clicked on it, and that click costs $1, right? We have to spend $1's worth of showing the ad to people before one person clicks on it. So each click is worth $1. Everyone that clicks on this ad is going to be sent to a lead capture page. Not everyone that views the page is going to input their information, right? So if we send 10 people to the page, maybe only 1 out of 10 is going to actually submit their information, right? Meaning that we have 1 out of 10, and that's going to cost $10 per lead. So if we pay $100 to send 100 people to this lead capture page, we're only going to get 10 leads out of it, meaning that $100 equals 10 leads. Now these leads, they're very important to us, right? After discussing who the best salesperson is in your company, we decided that Charlie is a manager and he's been here for 5 years now, and we should send him the leads because he's really good at talking to people and he's good at closing. In fact, he has a 20% closing ratio. So let's take these 10 leads and let's send them to Charlie. Well, Charlie's not going to talk to 10 people on the phone because sometimes people don't answer, or if it's an inbound call campaign, maybe they don't click the button correctly or whatever, stuff happens, right? So Charlie's only talking to 50% of those 10 people, meaning that he's only talking to 5 leads. And if he's closing at 20%, that means that he's getting 1 sale out of every 5 people that he talked to. That means that you just paid $100 for 1 sale. Here's where it starts getting exciting. The more we understand about your customer, the easier it's going to be for us to start getting you leads at cheaper prices. So in our original example here, we were getting clicks for $1 a piece. Well, let's say that we did some split testing, right? And we tested this image and this image and this video, and it turns out that one of the other variables that we split tested was getting a better result, right? We were getting clicks for cheaper than $1. So let's say that we found something that's doing great, right? And we're able to cut this down to 50 cents. Well, if we cut that down to 50 cents, that's great, right? That means that literally everything is going to be half the price. But we could do the same thing with the lead capture page. And after we optimize this page, instead of getting 1 out of 10 submission ratio for the lead information, let's say we test the right things and we're able to cut that in half too. So now instead of 1 out of 10, we're getting 1 out of 5, right? That means that at 50 cents, if we send 10 people and we're getting 1 out of 5 here, we just made each lead go from $10 to $2.50, which is pretty freaking sweet, because if we send 12 leads to Charlie, and let's say that Charlie does a little bit of homework on how to sell things, how to close, if Charlie can up his closing ratio from 20% to 30%, that means that if we send Charlie 12 leads at $2.50 a piece, you just paid $30 for 12 leads. And if he's closing at 30% instead of 20%, that means that you just paid $15 per sale instead of the original 100. Are you starting to see how powerful this is? I mean, even at $100 a sale, based on the customer lifetime value calculation that you should have done a few minutes ago, you're still ahead, even at $100 per sale. But if you can narrow that down, if you could optimize enough to get $15 a sale, game over. You're winning.